सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। Hari Om. In the last session we were discussing about the three great munis of Vyakarana Shastra. Remember, Bhashyakaram Patanjalim, Vrittikaram Vararuchim, Paninim Sutrakaram cha Sada Vande Munitrayam. And we also understood what is this Vyakarana Shastra. We saw small story of all the three, Panini also and Vararuchi, Katyayana also, Patanjali also. We also saw the important texts of Vyakarana Shastra, of Sanskrit grammar. We understood there are 9 systems of grammar, out of which Paniniya is the 9th one, which is considered to be the best and therefore mostly used. Okay, 99% Sanskrit grammar which is in use now is Paniniya. We also saw this Paniniya Ashtadhyayi, which is the main grantha of Paniniya Sanskrit, also has Vritti by or Vakya Vartika written by Vararuchi, and then Bhashya, Mahabhashya is there by Patanjali. Then we also understood what are the other texts. There is Tika also is there, then there is Kashika Vritti is there, then there is Siddhanta Kaumudi, Madhya Siddhanta Kaumudi, Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. All these texts also are there, which we saw. So I was mentioning to you yesterday that Patanjali Rishi is a great person. So one verse dedicated to Patanjali Rishi. Let us learn today little more about this Patanjali Maharshi. I will chant, please repeat. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya tu vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam Patanjalim pranjalimanatosmi. Together. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya tu vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam Patanjalim pranjalimanatosmi. Okay. So what is the verse saying? Yaha malam apakarot. Yaha, one who, malam, impurity, mala means impurity, apakarot, removed. Apakarot, one who removed impurity. Vedji, what impurity? Chittasya yogena. Chittasya, of the mind. What of the mind? Mala of chitta. one who removed impurity of the mind yogena, by yoga. Chittasya malam yaha yogena apakarot. One who removed the impurity of mind by yoga. How? By Yoga Sutra. It's the same Patanjali who has written Yoga Sutra also. Patanjali Maharshi, isn't it? And Yoga Sutra is complete focus is on mind. Yoga, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. He defines only yoga as what? Chitta Vritti Nirodha. And the entire Ashtanga Yoga, what we call. Isn't it? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These eight steps of yoga, Ashtanga Yoga it is called, or sometimes Raja Yoga it is called. All of them are dealing with what? Mind. Winning over mind. Controlling mind. Okay? Completely quietening the mind. So, the impurity of the mind is removed by yoga. Yaha, one who removed it by yoga. Then, vacham, of speech, impurity of speech, padena, by pada shastra. Padena means by pada. Pada means words. What is this pada shastra? Vyakarana. So, he is the one who has written Mahabhashya. So, he removed impurity of the mind and then he also removed impurity of speech by giving Vyakarana Shastra, Mahabhashya. Okay, so whom we are talking about? We are talking about Patanjali Maharshi. Yaha malam apakarot, one who removed impurity. And then what? Sharirasya tu, and also of body. You see now, it is very, very well known that we have these three main karanas, instruments. Body, speech and mind. Isn't it? Sharira, Vak, Manas. Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. Remember Kayena, Vacha, Manasendriyarva. So Kaya, body. Vak, speech. Manas, mind. So these three we are talking about. Impurity of the mind is removed by Yoga Shastra. Patanjali Maharshi gave Yoga Sutras. Impurity of the speech is removed by Vakya Shastra. Mahabhashya given by Patanjali Maharshi. And now Sharirasya tu Vaidyakena, by medical science. What? Where? So it is believed that Sushruta Avatara, Sushruta is actually avatar of Patanjali. We saw in the last class, Patanjali Maharshi himself is avatar of Adishesha. Okay? And they say his next avatar was Sushruta. Sushruta was a great doctor. Sushruta Samhita is there. A very, very important text on Ayurveda. Okay? He is probably the first one also who has done surgery. Sushruta. Very, very important personality in our Indian ethos. So, it is believed that he is also Patanjali Maharshi only, appearing as Sushruta. So, what is this? One who removed impurity of mind by yoga, impurity of speech by Vyakarana, and impurity of body by medical science. Tam Patanjalim, to that Patanjali Maharshi, to that great Patanjali, Muninam Pravaram, who is the best among Munis. Muninam, among all the Munis, Pravaram. Pravaram means best. Shreshtham, greatest. To that Patanjali Muni, Pranjalim Anataha Asmi, I am offering my salutations with folded hands. Pranjalim. Anjali means palm. Pranjalim is with folded hands, I offer my salutations. Okay? Can you see that? Patanjali Maharshi's contribution in all the three important Shastras. Right? And also interestingly, you see here, Patanjalim Pranjalim. The poet is also creating that kind of Patanjalim to that Patanjali. Pranjalim, I am offering my folded hands. I am offering my salutations with folded hands. Okay? Nice, beautiful verse. And in many places, I think this verse is chanted. If I am not mistaken, even in Ramdev Baba's, generally when he starts the yogas, etc., I think this is the verse that they chant. I am guessing, okay, not sure, but I think, because I have seen one or two people from that tradition chanting this verse. Especially when they are studying the Yoga Sutras, they do chant this verse. Let us chant the verse again and then we will go forward. Together. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya tu vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjalimanatosmi. I offer my salutations unto that Patanjali who is the best among the munis, who removed the impurity of the mind by yoga, of the speech by Padashastra Vyakarana, and of the body by medical science. To that Patanjali Maharshi, I offer my salutations. Okay. All right. Done. Shall we go forward? All right. Okay. Chalo. We are back to Maheshwara Sutras, and we are back to the topic of Sandhi. To understand Sandhi, first we will revisit the concept of Pratyahara. I hope you remember the Maheshwara Sutras. If anybody has memorized, very good. If you have not, please do memorize. It will be very, very good, because it is here, then the whole formula will become very easy. Okay, let us chant couple of times, 2-3 times, and then it will become fit. Okay, slowly we will chant first. Okay, I will chant, repeat after me. Ayun, Riluk, Eong, Ayauch, Hayavarat, Lan, Nyamangananam, Jabhanya, Ghadhadash, Jabagadadash, Khapha Chatha Tha Chatatav, Kapaye, Shashasar, Hal. Together we will do Ayun, Riluk, Eong, Ayauch, Hayavarat, Lan, Yamangananam, Jabhanya, Ghadhadash, Jabagadadash, Khapha Chatha Tha Chatatav, Kapaye, Shashasar, Hal. Again, Ayun, Riluk, Eong, Ayauch, Hayavarat, Lan, Yamangananam, Jabhanya, Ghadhadash, Jabagadadash, Khapha Chatha Tha Chatatav, Kapaye, Shashasar, Hal. Once more. Ayun, Riluk, Eong, Ayauch, Hayavarat, Lan, Yamangananam, Jabhanya, Ghadhadash, Jabagadadash, Khapha Chatha Tha Chatatav, Kapaye, Shashasar, Hal. So we saw that by the grace of Lord Shiva, who played Damru in these 14 ways, these 14 sutras, Maheshwara Sutras, came about. These Maheshwara Sutras, the sutras that came from Lord Maheshwara, became a trigger for the Sanat Kumaras to develop entire Shastra called Tantra Shastra. I gave you hint also last time, A means what, E means what, U means what, etc. Based on that, Tantra Shastra is developed. Same time, Panini also got this opportunity to see this Ananda Tandava of Lord Shiva, and when he heard these 14 times Damru being played, by God's grace, he suddenly saw the entire Vyakarana Shastra, Pada Shastra in front of his eyes. All the words of Vyakarana, their connections and everything he saw. So the entire Paniniya Shastra or Ashtadhyayi is based on these Maheshwara Sutras. How is it based on this? These Maheshwara Sutras are actually nothing but all the alphabets of Sanskrit arranged in proper manner. In a particular way, these alphabets are arranged. If you remember, when we do our what we say Varnamala, when we chant all the varnas, all the letters of Sanskrit, we don't chant in this order. We say a, I, u, a, I, or r, l, a, I, o, au, a, I, o, au. Here a, o, I, au. Can you see that there is a difference? Then we don't start the Vyanjanas with h. We start with k. K, kh, g, gh, ng, ch, ch, j, jh, ny, t, th, d, th, n, t, th, d, th, n, p, ph, b, bh, m, y, r, l, v, sh, sh, s, h. This is how we chant our Varnamala. You will see that this is not in that order. Why? There are reasons. Why in this particular order? Why he has added one half letter, what is called as it at the end? You remember it? Akshara, what is written in white? It, what is written as half in the different color, yellow color, right? So why he did like this? Because using this he could make pratyaharas. What is pratyahara? We saw akshara plus following it creates pratyahara. So just think about it. Okay. Starting with a, how many pratyaharas I can make? I can make 14 pratyaharas. An, ak, ang, ach, at, an, ain, ash, ash, av, I, ar, al. Can you see that? Akshara is a. How many its are there? 14, because 14 sutras are there. So I can make akshara plus following it, because it is the first sutra, first akshara, all 14 I can use. So I can create 14 pratyaharas using a. Similarly, using E also I can create 14. Using U also I can create 14 pratyaharas. Then with R and L I can create 13 pratyaharas. With A and O I can create 12 pratyaharas each. Can you understand how the pratyaharas are being made? So you have so many pratyaharas being created for what? To simplify, to shorten the sutras. Let me explain. Examples of pratyaharas. Anapratyahara. Anapratyahara means what? We are talking about all those alphabets which come from a up to na. So starting from a up to na, what all alphabets are there? A, I, U. This set of 3 vowels, a, I, U, is called as an. So suppose I want to say that a particular rule applies for a, I and U. In simple terms, I will say it applies for an. If there is a rule which is applicable for a, I, U, R and L, then I will say it applies for ak. Why? Because starting from a up to ka. Now please note here, when I am counting, when I am making a set of aksharas from a to ka, I am not taking this first pratyahara. Why? Because it is not akshara. It, this ending is called it. What is that meant for? That is for wrapping. That is for wrapping. Imagine something like this. There is packing and there are boxes. Okay? Plastic packing is there to protect from rain, and then there are boxes inside. Suppose I tell you remove 2 boxes. What will you do? First you will remove the wrap. You will remove 2 boxes and then again put the wrap for rest of the boxes. Isn't it? You are not removing wrap. You are only taking out boxes. Similarly, when I am talking about pratyahara, the it is meant to indicate up to what the aksharas are to be included. So when I say ak pratyahara, I am starting with a and I am ending with ka it. It called ka. When I am ending with ka, in between whatever aksharas are there, that only I am counting. That only I am putting together. So a, I, u, r, l is called as ak. Is this understood? Is this understood? Like that, we can create many pratyaharas. I am not going to show you all the pratyaharas how to make. I am just going to show few. As we start seeing, we will understand how it is made also. Some more examples. Eng. Now, eng means what? It starts with A. Where is A? A is here. And then it has to be following it. A cannot have ek pratyahara is not possible. Why? Because no akshara will be included in that. Pratyaharas are meant to create a set of aksharas, isn't it? So, starting from A up to ng, what are the aksharas involved? A and O. A and O. Similarly, H. A up to ch. So, A, O, I, O. A, O, I, O. So, suppose I want to create or say that this particular rule applies for H. It applies for H means what? It applies for A, O, I and O. You understand how they have created formula out of simple rearrangement? And therefore, every single time I don't have to keep telling in the sutras when Panini is writing, you imagine suppose he has to say that this sutra applies for ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, cha, cha, ja. He doesn't have to do all those things. Suppose one simple sutra applies for 25 letters, he would have to use 25 letters. No need. He just uses one pratyahara, understood what all letters are inside. Now you think about it. So beautiful arrangement that all the sutras can be covered in this. Which means what? The rearrangement of letters is according to the properties that they possess. According to the properties, they are clubbed together. According to the way they change, the way they are used, according to that they are clubbed together. And therefore, we have many pratyaharas. Another one example of ach. Ach means what? Starting from a up to ch. So, it will include a, I, u, r, l, a, o, I, o. In short, ach means all the swaras. Ach includes all the swaras. You remember last time also I said, when we say a is also included. Dirgha. When we say I, dirgha I is also included. U is also included. R is also included. And suppose there is a particular niyama, rule for only a, then Panini will do what? He will use at. He will say at. He will use that half takara to say that this is only for a, not for a, not for dirgha, only for a. It, suppose he uses, means what? It is only for I, not for dirgha I. Not for dirgha. Okay. Otherwise, whenever he says a, he means a or a. The rule is for both. Same rule. Whenever he says I, what he means, it is both I or I. You can use. Clear? So, ach means swaras. Now you see, we had seen ajanta, we had seen ach sandhi. What is this ach sandhi? Swara sandhi. Ach means swaras. So I don't have to say a, I, u, e, r, r, l, a, I, o. Instead of all these 13 letters, I just say ach. When you say ach, all swaras are included. Okay, up to here clear? Now we are continuing with the examples of this pratyahara. Now we are entering into the down portion, which is vyanjanas. First all the swaras are there, now vyanjanas are there. Let us see some examples of vyanjanas. Yan. Yan pratyahara, starting from ya up to na. I told you last time also, while writing here, we are adding a swara to all the Vyanjanas are writing. Because while pronouncing, we need some support from swara. So we are writing ha, not ha. Ya, not ya. But actually what they are only Vyanjanas. A is only added for ease of communication. Actually what they mean half Vyanjanas. Half means what? Only Vyanjanas without any swara. Only consonants without any vowel. And that also will again then you will get confused with it. And therefore full by adding swara a, Vyanjanas are written, but it is written without that. So it becomes clear which one we are talking about. Okay, so yan, when I say starting from ya up to na, what all Vyanjanas are there, what are aksharas are there? Ya, va, ra, la. Ya, va, ra, la. This ya, va, ra, la are called as antasthaha, semi vowels. Suppose you are watching this video but have not seen previous videos, please go back and check when we were doing the classification of alphabets. That time we have done all these things. What is swaras? What kinds of Vyanjanas are there? Antasthas are there, Vargaksharas are there, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Then Ushmanas are there. All that is earlier taught. If you don't understand, please go back and check that. Okay? Right. So yan means antastha. Semi vowels. Semi vowels, you remember? Cousins. Cousins of the four swaras. Which are those? I, U, R, L. I, U, R, L. In other words, ik. Can you see that now? What we are doing now? I, U, R, L in short is called as ik. So yan is cousin of ik. Cousin means what? It exhibits certain properties like vowels. But they are not vowels. They are consonants. But they exhibit certain properties like vowels. Alright. So yan. Next. Nyam. Nyam. Starting from nya up to ma. Ma is it. So basically this sutra. What is this yam? Yamangananam. Nya, ma, nga, na, na. All the nasal sounds. Nasal sounds, the sounds where we are using our nose. Otherwise called as C5, the fifth column. Okay. Yamangananam. Yamangananam. Now please note here also. Yamanganana is not in the order of Kakha Gagha or Kachatatapa. Is not in that Vargakshara order. Why? Panini has his own reasons for all that. Okay. See, he is putting them in the order that you can make pratyaharas accordingly. Probably na and na will have certain rules together. So then you can use the pratyahara nam, which will only include na and na, which are different from the previous three. Suppose he wants to include nga also, he has put that as third last. Then ma, and then first is nya. Probably ya has all the rules which are equivalent to all these things. That's how he has arranged the entire thing. He has arranged means what? He saw the whole thing, right? So yam means C5. Then next one, jhabanya ghadhathash. So jhash is what? Jha, bha, gha, dha, dha. This is nothing but C4. Khosha. C4, the fourth column. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Right. So what are we doing right now? We are only seeing how groups are formed of the alphabets. And how in short, jhash, in short, the group of those alphabets is represented, indicated. Jhash. Next is jabagadadash. This is C3. Jabagadada. This is column 3 of the Vargakshara table. 25 are there, 5, 5, 5, 5, like that. C5, C4, C3. Now C2 and C1 together, khapha chatata chatatav kapai. So khapha chatata is C2. And then chatata kapa is C1. Now again somebody will say, Vedji, what is this now? Why he is making it complicated? Here Yamangananam, all 5 were together. Now here C4 he created 2 sutras out of it. Again Jabagadash 1 sutra. And now again he has created 2 sutras. But 3 of C1 have gone up. He has his own reasons. We need to understand the entire Shastra to understand why Khapa Chatata, after that there is no It. But Chatata also is in that. Don't worry about why he did this. Right now just understand it is like this. So suppose I want to say C2, C1 together, I will say Khaye. Starting from Kha up to Ya. Suppose I want to say C1 only, I will say Chaye. When I say Chaye, it means Cha, Ta, Ta, Ka, Pa, that is C1. Clear? Is it clear? Right. Then last one is Shal. Shalu Ushmanaha. Shal means starting from Sha up to La. Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha. These are called as Ushmanas, sibilants. Ushmanas, those which generate Ushma. Ushma is heat. Right? And therefore putting all these Antastha, C5, C4, C3, C2, C1 and Ushmanas together, we have Hal. Not this Hal, but this Hal which covers all the Vyanjanas, all the consonants. Is this clear? Is this clear? Right. If you carefully see, all what do we say? Swaras and Vyanjanas are here. Everything is there. A, I, U, R, L, A, O, I, O. All swaras are there. Ya, Va, Ra, La, 4 are there. Ya, Ma, Nga, Na, Na. You see, all the C5 are there. Ja, Bha, Gha, Dha, Dha. All C4s are there. Ja, Ba, Ga, Da, Da. All C3s are there. Kha, Pha, Cha, Tha, Tha. C2. Cha, Ta, Ta, Ka, Pa. C1. Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha. Ushmanas. So 25 Vargaksharas, 4 Ushmanas, 4 Antastha, 33. 33. Correct? 9 Swaras, but you include the Dirgha of A, I, U, R, becomes 13. 33 plus 13, 46. And then we have 4 symbols are there that we had studied earlier. Anuswara, Visarga, Upadmaniya. Remember? Those symbols are not aksharas actually. They are symbols. Anuswara is Ma. It will come. Ha will come as, or Ra. Repha will come as. Repha. Where is Repha? Ra. This Ra which is there, that itself will become Visarga. We will see that how it happens, etc. But all the letters are there. What we need to also understand is, Ha is the only letter which is twice. Ha is there right at the beginning of Vyanjanas and right at the end of Vyanjanas. Why? Because certain properties Ha has which are like Antastha, Yavarala. Certain properties Ha has which are like Shashasa. Therefore, he has put it twice. Similarly, in It also, only Na is twice. Here also one Na is there, here also one Na is there. Otherwise, there is no, all are different, therefore there is no confusion which one to take. Is this okay? Is this clear? Understood the concept of Pratyahara? Understood the concept of Pratyahara? Now please make sure that this particular Maheshwara Sutra, you keep it handy. When we are studying Sandhi Sutras, we will have to keep referring to these 14. If you have memorized, then no need. But if not memorized, write it down on a separate paper. Okay? And keep it. Why? Because every time we will need to see which letters to be included according to those sutras. Okay, fine. Shall we go forward? The concept of Maheshwara Sutra and Pratyahara is clear. Now, let us just quickly go through this classification of Sandhi which we have seen earlier. Sandhi, 4 ways it is classified, not in 4 4 ways it is classified. Number 1, based on where the Sandhi is happening. What is Sandhi, by the way? I hope you remember. Sandhi means joining. Sandhi. Sandhi Vichcheda means separating. So what are we joining? We are joining the letters which are proximate to each other. And while joining these letters, some changes may happen. All that comes as Sandhi. Remember Samhita, Sandhi. I hope all that what is taught previous classes is not forgotten. Right? So that is Sandhi. Now Sandhi, where it is happening, based on that it is divided into 3. Antas Sandhi. Anta means inside. Inside a what? Inside a word. Bahis Sandhi means outside, means at the end of the word some letter is coming, some alphabet is coming, which is joining with the first letter of the second word. So outside the word it is joining. And Ubhaya Sandhi, certain rules are there which are applicable both inside and outside. That's called as Ubhaya Sandhi. Then based on the letters in word, which are the letters which are being joined? Ach Sandhi or Swara Sandhi means Swaras are joining. Hal Sandhi or Vyanjana Sandhi means Vyanjana is in word, consonant is in word in the joining. And third type is Visarga Sandhi, which means Visarga is in word. We are going to study Sandhi Sutras according to this. First we will take all the Ach Sandhi rules. Then we will take all the Vyanjana Sandhi, Hal Sandhi rules. And then we will study the Visarga Sandhi rules. Okay? Right. Then based on the possibility of occurrence, Nitya Sandhi or Vikalpa Sandhi. Nitya means compulsory. Vikalpa means optional. What is this? Sandhi may happen, may not happen. Then that is called as Vikalpa. Will surely happen, called Nitya. And then fourth one we saw, based on the change that is happening. This is very important. What exactly is happening? When 2 letters are joining, what can happen? Only 6 things can happen. Number 1, Agama. A new letter can come in. 2 letters are joining, a third letter is coming in. It is called Agama. Mitravat Agamaha. Agama is like a friend. It is joined to the previous group. Adesha. Adesha means what? When 2 letters are joining, 1 letter from outside is coming and replacing the present letter. Replacing, not getting added. Replacing. Substitution is called Adesha. Shatruvad Adesha. Shatruvad Adesha, why? Like an enemy, when it comes, it removes someone. It comes and it removes someone. Adesha. Ekadesha means what? In place of 2 letters that are joining, 1 letter is replacing both the letters. Adesha means 1 letter replaces previous letter. One from outside comes and replaces one of the 2. Ekadesha means 1 letter replaces both. Both the letters that are joining, both are replaced by 1 letter. That is called Ekadesha. Then Dvitva. Sometimes what is happening? The letters that are joining, one of them is becoming double. Dvitva, doubling. Lopa. No new one is getting added. Nothing is coming from outside. No doubling is happening. What is there at the moment is getting dropped. Actually getting dropped means what? Is not seen. If you remember, we had said Adarshanam Lopaha. It is there, but it is not seen. Lopa. And then Prakriti Bhava. Prakriti Bhava means no change. 2 letters are joining, no change happens. But Veji, then why it is called as Sandhi? Because after that no change, no other Sandhi can be used. Therefore, there is Sandhi happening where he says no change. Be as it is. Are you understanding this logic now? Right. Last time we also saw where the Sandhi happens. I am not going to again explain, but in short, what is the point? Within a word, between Upasarga and Dhatu, between Samasa, and in the poetry, in verse, in metrical form, Sandhi must be done. Sandhi must be done means words must be joined. Whenever, wherever there is a possibility of joining, they must be joined. But vakye, when you are writing a sentence, it is optional. You want to join, you join. You don't want to join, you don't join. Why? Because vakya is for explanation. And therefore you can do sandhi vichcheda, separating and write. You can do sandhi vichcheda and write the sentence. But when you are using poetry, within the word, between dhatu and upasarga, it is a must. Nitya, samhita ekapade nitya. Sandhi should always be done. Is this clear? Now, with this much introduction, let us begin with the first sandhi rule that we will be studying. Now you see here, this is the method that we are going to use. What method? See here, right on the top, we have seen 4 kinds of classifications. So for each sandhi rule, I will mention what all things are there. So first sandhi is called Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. What do you mean by Savarna? Same Varna, same letter. Dirgha, Dirgha. That A is Dirgha. A is Raswa. E is Raswa. E is Dirgha. That is Dirgha. Sandhi is Sandhi. Now this Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, what is the rule in Panini Ashtadhyayi? That I will be writing in red color. The rule is Akasavarne Dirghaha. Please repeat. Akasavarne Dirghaha. Again, Akasavarne Dirghaha. Once more. Akasavarne Dirghaha. Okay. Now, this particular Akasavarne Dirgha, this rule is Ach Sandhi. Means what? It is between 2 vowels. It is Ubhaya Sandhi. What is Ubhaya Sandhi? The same rule applies both within the word and outside the word. It is Nitya Sandhi. It is not an optional rule. It is a must rule. And it is Ekadesha Sandhi. What do you mean by Ekadesha? In place of 2 letters, 1 new letter is coming in. Are you getting this? So for each sutra that we will be studying, we will write it like this. Whether it is Ach Sandhi, Vyanjana Sandhi or Visarga Sandhi. Whether it is Ubhaya Sandhi or Bahis Sandhi or Antas Sandhi. Whether it is Nitya Sandhi or Vikalpa Sandhi. Whether it is Agama, Adesha, Ekadesha, Dvitva, Lopa, Prakriti Bhava. What is happening? Everything we will write. So first sutra, please repeat again. Akasavarne Dirghaha. Akasavarne Dirghaha. Now, what do you mean by this Akasavarne Dirgha? See, this is the way of writing sutra. Sutra means formula. So, formula is written in short. Now, you need to explain what is this formula meaning. So, we are going to use, so explanation of this formula is generally called as vritti. Vritti word means explanation. So, all the texts that we saw, if you remember, Panini Ashtadhyayi has got sutra. All the sutras. This sutra is coming from Panini Ashtadhyayi. Now to that we have Vararuchi's Vartika. You remember vritti, where he will explain this sutra, add something, remove something, edit something, he will do that. Mahabhashya will further explain this sutra. So probably for Akasavarne Dirgha, there will be 50 lines written by Mahabhashya, by Patanjali in Mahabhashya. Right? Then Kashika Vritti also will have some kind of explanation of each sutra. Kashika Vritti. Vritti means explanation. Siddhanta Kaumudi will also have explanation. Madhya Siddhanta Kaumudi will also have explanation. And there will also be explanation in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, which we will be seeing. Why? Because it is shortest explanation. To understand one sutra, if we have to study 50 lines, we are not ready for it. Not that it cannot be studied, we are not ready for it. So what are we going to do? We are going to see vrittis of all the sutras from Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. Shortest explanation. What is this shortest explanation? I will be writing in this color, orange color. Akassavarne achipare dirgha ekadeshah syat. Now what is this? This is the further explanation of sutra. See how it is. Akaha. It is actually ak. What is ak? Ak is a pratyahara. Correct? What ak includes? A, E, U, R and L. Correct? This is the meaning of ak. Now Shashti Vibhakti of ak. Shashti Vibhakti is akaha. Panchami Vibhakti also is akaha. Okay? For this ak, savarne, when it is followed by savarna, sa means same, varna means letter, savarne achi pare. See, carefully understand, because we are beginning, therefore I am explaining every word, okay? As we go forward, explanation will not be required. Achi is what? Ach. Saptami Vibhakti is achi. Pare. Pare means after. So, suppose this is what Sandhi is happening, okay? Then, Sandhi means what? Two letters are joining. Two letters are joining. The first letter is called as Purva Pada. Purva Pada. The second letter is called as Para Pada. Or Purva Rupa and Para Rupa. Purva Rupa means first component, first letter. Para Rupa means second letter. Two letters are joining. Right. So what is the sutra saying? Sutra is telling, for ak, when followed by savarna ach. Ach means swara. Savarna means same vowel. Means what? This ayurul is there. What is the condition? The condition is, if a is followed by a, this is called a followed by savarna. Savarna means the same vowel. The same letter is following. If E is followed by E, if U is followed by U, if R is followed by R, we'll see what happens. If this happens, in this situation, when ak is followed by savarna acha, savarna swara, then what happens? Dirgha ekadeshah syat. Syat, it will happen. What will happen? Ekadesha will happen. Ekadesha means what? One new letter will come in place of both letters. One new letter will come. And what is that new letter that is coming? Dirgha. Dirgha is A, E, U and R. So I actually want to say, when A, E, U, R is followed by same swara, both those letters will be replaced by A, E, U, R respectively. This entire English sentence is explained in Sanskrit in 3 words. Akasavarne dirgha. When ak is followed by savarna, dirgha will happen. Simple. The rule is simple. What is the rule? A plus a is equal to a. A plus a is equal to a. E plus e is equal to e. That is it. Same way for u. U plus u is equal to u. And r plus r is equal to r. That's it. Now why you are not including l? Because l doesn't have dirgha. So the logic will not apply. What is said there? If a is followed by savarna, that is a, then dirgha will be the answer. It will become dirgha. Correct? If l is followed by l, there is no dirgha for l. So that l you ignore. The rule is only for a, e, u and r. This understood? See how this whole thing is given in one simple three word sutra. Akas savarne dirgha. When ak is followed by savarna means same letter, then dirgha will happen. Same letter means what? If a is followed by e, dirgha will not happen. Some other rule will apply. This rule says that a should be followed by same letter. E should be followed by same letter. If E is added with U, then this rule will not apply. This rule will not apply. But if E is followed by same letter, U is followed by same letter, R is followed by same letter, then this rule says that the result will be dirgha. Is this okay? Is this okay? Now you see how this sutra says akas savarne dirgha. To understand the sutra, one more line from Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi we understand. Akaha savarne achipare. When ak is followed by savarna swara, dirgha ekadesha syat. There will be ekadesha. Ekadesha means in place of both the letters, one new letter will come. And which is that new letter? Dirgha. Let us put this in mathematical way for us to understand. Ak plus savarna is equal to dirgha. Simple. Ak plus savarna is equal to dirgha. Little more explanation. A, I, U, R plus savarna A, I, U, R is equal to A, I, U, R respectively. What are we doing? Formula, we are just making it clearer and clearer. Formula is what? Akas savarne dirgha. Ak followed by savarna is equal to dirgha. Now what is ak? Ak is a, I, u, r. L also is there but is not applicable here because there is no dirgha. So when a, I, u, r plus savarna a, I, u, r. Savarna means what? When a is followed by a, I is followed by I, u is followed by u, r is followed by r. Then what is the result? Result is a, I, u, r respectively. Is this fine? Is this fine? Now somebody may ask, Vedji, one doubt. Okay, what is the doubt? You said when Panini is using a, I, u, r, he also means a, I, u, r, dirgha. He is not separately mentioning a, I, u, r in Maheshwara Sutra, isn't it? You already said that. So when a is mentioned, we have to understand it as a or a. When E is mentioned, we have to understand it as E or E. When U is mentioned, we have to understand it as U or U. Both should be added. Yes, you are right. So now what happens? Now we have little longer explanation. What is it? When A or A is followed by A or A, then the result is A, dirgha. What is this A or A? Four possibilities. A followed by a. Possibility 1. Second possibility, a followed by a. Third possibility, a followed by a. And fourth possibility, a followed by a. In all the four cases, only four cases are possible. In all the four cases, the result is dirgha a. Same way for e. E plus e is equal to e dirgha. Same, u plus u is equal to u dirgha u. R plus r is equal to r. Let us see examples. Through examples it will become clear. Let us see. Brahma asmi. Brahma asmi. Now here see what is happening. Brahma is ending with a. Asmi is starting with a. A plus a. What happens? A plus a? A. Result is Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. What is it coming? Where is it coming from? It is coming from this simple rule. Brahma asmi, Brahmasmi. Can you see this? A plus a. So when the Mahavakya is there, Aham Brahmasmi, it looks like there are two words, Aham and Brahmasmi. But actually Brahmasmi is combination of two, Brahma Asmi. So the Mahavakya has three words, Aham Brahma Asmi, where that Brahma plus Asmi is becoming Brahmasmi. Clear? Similarly, another example of a plus a. I told you there are four possibilities. A plus a plus a. Jiva plus Atma. Jiva ending with a. Atma starting with a. Together is called Jivatma. What is happening here? A plus a is becoming dirgha a. Jivatma. Can you see? Can you see here? Jivatma. Also for those who have keen eye, please note Brahma Asmi is Bahissandhi. Why? Because Brahma is independent word, Asmi is independent word, and those two are joining. Whereas Jiva is not an independent word. It is within the word, Jiva and Atma are joining together to make one word, Jivatma. Here Brahmasmi are two words written together. Jivatma is one word, where within that word there is a Sandhi happening. Because we said it is Ubhaya Sandhi. Ubhaya Sandhi means what? Outside also, inside also. Both examples I have covered. Brahmasmi, Jivatma. Similarly, now third option. A plus a. Pratishtha aham. Pratishtha aham. This is from Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Pratishtha, support, aham, I am. So a plus a also is a. A plus a is also a. Therefore result is what? Pratisthaham. Pratisthaham. Can you see this a is gone? Where the a is gone? A is not gone anywhere. This a plus a, in place of both, a has come. Dirgha ekadesha has happened. Pratisthaham. Pratisthaham. Similarly, a plus a, fourth option. Vidya plus alayah. Vidyalayah. What is Vidyalayah? Vidyalaya means school. Why the school is called as Vidyalaya? Because it is alaya, it is house for Vidya, for knowledge. It is called Vidya. Now here again Vidyalaya is one word. So this Sandhi is happening within the word. This is happening between two words. So both these are Bahis Sandhi, both these are Antas Sandhi. For those who are understanding, for otherwise just remember this simple thing. A or a plus a or a is equal to a. Same way now for E. Kavi plus Indraha, Kavindraha. Can you see this? This is first E. This is first E. First E means Raswa E. This is Kavindraha, Dirgha E. So Kavindraha, how to separate? Kavi plus Indraha. The best among the Kavis is called as Kavindraha. The king of all the poets, Kavindraha. Another example, Pashyati Ishwaraha. E plus Dirgha E. Pashyati Ishwaraha, Pashyatishwaraha. Pashyatishwaraha. Next, both are Dirgha. Mahi, Mahi means Bhumi. Ishaha, Lord, the Lord of the earth. Mahishaha. Mahishaha. Bhanu, Ukara we are starting. Bhanu, Bhanu means Surya. Udayaha, rise. Bhanudayaha, the rising of the sun. Bhanudayaha. Bhanu plus Udayaha, Bhanudayaha. Continuing the examples. Vadhu, Vadhu means who? Bride. Utsaha, excitement. The excitement of the bride is called Vadhutsaha. What is happening here? Dirgha U followed by Rasva U. Result is Dirgha U. Vadhutsaha. Similarly for Rikara, Pitru plus Rinam, Pitrunam. R plus R results in Dirgha R. Pitrunam. Okay. Is it clear now? Is it clear what is happening here? For A, E, U, R. Now, if you think little bit, see swaras, there are only 4 swaras which have Rasva and Dirgha. They are these 4. A, E, U, R. L doesn't have Dirgha. A, I, O, Au don't have Rasva. They are always Dirgha only. But these A, E, U, R have Rasva also, Dirgha also. So those who have Dirgha, the combination of Rasva and Dirgha will generate Dirgha. That's the rule. Over. Topic close. Savarna is followed, then that is the answer. Now, homework. These are the 15 questions I am giving. Please note here, first 8 are joining. So you have to join. Therefore, I have put plus sign in between. So you have to join this first and second and create a resultant one word or whatever. Together you have to write. 9 onwards, you have to separate. This is called Sandhi Vichcheda. Together it is written, you have to separate it out. Okay? I will give you a moment. If you want to write down these 15, you write down. You want to take a picture, you take a picture. I'll give you 2 minutes to write down and then we will conclude the class. Okay. So by the time we meet again, please solve this simple. Probably some of you have already solved it. Those who have not, please take your time out and solve this. This is based on this sutra only. There is no other sutra applied here. So first 8 join, next 7 split. Joining Sandhi, splitting Sandhi Vichcheda. Okay, let us conclude. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.